There's 1 week until Wisconsin's spring general election. Early voting is underway for the Wisconsin State Supreme Court race, and voter turnout is up. Also, remember, you'll see another state constitutional amendment on your ballot. Emily Byer joining us live in Green Bay this morning to break down those numbers and the question on the ballot. Good morning, Emily.
Yeah, good morning, Tammy. As of yesterday, voter turnout is up 46%. That is compared to the last election for the state supreme race. That was in 2023. In Brown County, more than 11,000 votes are in compared to 8,700 in 2023. In Outagamie County, 7,700 votes have been counted. That number was 4,800. On your ballot, you'll be voting for the Supreme Court race, the state superintendent, and you may have some other county or school races to consider. There is also that state constitutional amendment on your ballot, this time asking voters to enshrine current voter ID law in the state constitution. The law requires a valid photo ID to vote in the state. This is the second straight statewide election to have an amendment on the ballot dealing with voting. In November, you'll remember, voters approved changing the language for eligible voters from every U.S. citizen to only U.S. citizens. Our Chris Roth speaking with Brenna Godar. She's a staff attorney at the State Democracy Initiative at UW Law School. She says voters should make sure they pay extra attention to the language.
So the big thing for voters to know is that this amendment isn't about whether or not we should have voter ID requirements. We already have those in state law. It's whether that requirement should be put specifically into the state constitution or not. And putting it there makes it a little bit more difficult to change the law down the road, and there are some sort of additional specifics to the amendment that you won't see on the ballot.
Now, you can watch that full interview with our Chris Roth on our website, WBAY.com. Early in-person voting ends this week. You'll want to double check with your local municipality. Those deadlines do vary depending on where you live. For example, Green Bay is this Thursday. Again, Election Day is next week, Tuesday. We'll send it back to you, Tammy.